Hello, I'm Ranami Padilla, a third presenter from Module 3, and today my topic is about the ethical decision in software development. Okay, let's proceed. This is my title, and for my rationale, I have the professionalism in IT. What is software development? Decision making in software development. So I only have three topics to tackle. So let's proceed to topic number one. So, professionalism in information technology. So, for this one, what is decision making? So, decision making is the process of making choices by identifying a decision, gathering information, and assessing alternative solutions. Some people delay decisions by endlessly seeking more information or relying on others' recommendations. Others simplify the process by taking both, tossing a coin, or selecting randomly. So, in our daily living, we always make a decision in every um, decision. What are we going to make? Decision making is very important. So here I want to explain the seven step to effective decision making. So it's really important that when it comes to decision making, we have to consider a lot of things before to before to take an action. So for the first steps is we have to identify the decision. So first is we have to identify the decision. What are those decisions to make? Second is to gather information. The second step is to gather information. What we mean by that is to you have to collect some information about the decision you are going to make. For the third step is to I is to identify alternatives. So when it comes to decision makings, there's a lot of alternatives that you are may encounter. Like what are those possible alternatives, right? So number four is to weight the evidence. Weighting the evidence of the decision or what are the best decision that are you going to choose. Number five is to choose among those alternatives. So like what I said earlier is to you going to identify the alternatives, but in step five you have to choose among those alternatives. And six is to take action. So by what I mean by to take action is to take action um, between those alternatives you chose. And lastly, number seven is to review your decision. That is the final step. Is to review your decision after those seven steps. Okay. So using a step by step decision making process can help you to make you more deliberate throughout by decisions, organizing relevant information, and defining alternatives. This approach increases the chances that you will choose the most satisfying alternative possible. And then I want to explain more about the the seventh step. So, like what I said earlier, the step one is to identify decision. So begin by recognizing the need to make a decision and defining its nature clearly. This is a critical starting point to ensure clarity and focus. This step 2 is to gather relevant information. Collect necessary data from internal sources such as self-plus assessment and external sources like online research, books, or expert advice. This provides the foundation for informed decision making. Step 3, identify the alternatives. These all possible courses of action of solutions. Creativity, additional research can help generate new alternatives to consider. Step 4. Analyze the potential outcomes of each alternative using the information gathered. Prioritize options based on their ability to resolve the identified need and align with personal values. Like what I have on my example is they weighting the evidence, and the heavier is the one with Apple. Step 5 is choose among alternatives. Select the best alternative or a combination of alternatives. The final choice often aligns with the top priority option identified in step. Step 6 is take action. Implement the selective alternative through concrete action. This step moves the decision from planning to execution. Step 7 is to review the decision and its consequences. Well, you have to evaluate the results of your decision, determine if the identified need was met. If not, revisit earlier steps to refine your approach and explore additional alternatives. So let's proceed to my next topic. What is software development? So, what is software development? According to IBM research, software development refers to a set of computers science activities dedicated to the process of creating, designing, deploying, supporting software. Software itself is the set of instruction of programs that tell a computer what to do. It is independent of hardware and makes computer programmable. There are three basic types. System software to provide core functions such as operating systems, disk management, utilities, hardware management, and other professional necessities. So in this, I will going to explain what are those software development. So, programming software to give programmers tools such as text editors, compilers, linkers, debuggers, and other tools to create code. So, as um, IT students, we always use those tools. Application software or apps helps user perform tasks. Office productivity suits data management software, media players, and security. Programs are examples. Application also refers to web mobile application like those used to apps shops on Amazon.com, socialite with Facebook, or post pictures on Instagram. So here is my example of type of application software. So there is a lot of application software that like web browsers. What are those web browsers? There's a Safari, Google, ERP application software. So when it comes to ERP, there is a lot of application when you are going to use ERP, like when you have to integrate website APIs like that. Communication software, we have communication software like we can communicate in Messenger, Instagram, and another social media platforms. Content creation software, like we have editing tools like CapCut. What else? Editing software that you are you can use when you are going to create the content. Utility software, there's a lot of application when it comes to utility and learning managements. We have the classrooms, the Microsoft, etc. Graphics and multimedia software, database software, presentation software, spreadsheet software, word processing software, and so on. Okay. A possible part type is embedded software. In embedded, I'm going to show you some example of embedded software. It's a system software is used to control machines and devices not typically considered computers, telecommunication networks, cars, industrial robots, and more. These devices and their software can be connected as part of the Internet of Things. So here's the example of embedded systems. So you can see there's a GPS, a watch, a stoplight, and also a machine in hospital, a phone, a an Xbox, washing machine. Imagine that is systems that, but it's embedded type. Well, software development is primarily conducted by programmers, software engineers, and software developers. These roles interact and overlap, and the dynamics between them vary greatly across development departments and communities. Programmers or coders write source code to program to computers for specific tasks like merging database, processing online orders, routing communication, conducting searches, or displaying text graphics. Programmers typically interpret instruction from software developers, and engineering use programming language like C++ or Java to carry them out. The best ones. On the other hand, you shouldn't sacrifice quality in behavior simply so don't use a crappy solution with simple one. And then we're going to proceed with this one. I have whiteboard here mapping out the problem definition. So in the circle we have the problem definition, and then we're going to the process, which is the alternatives. What are those alternatives in a problem definition? After you gather some informations, you're going to the alternatives. And this example is in a company wherein they optimizing the database performance because they have um, they have the problem, which is the slow database performance. So to optimize that database performance, they have to upgrade the qualities. So the decision that they are thinking, or what are the decision alternatives, is the best balance, or should they have new database, switch balance of new databases. So there, those are the alternative decision. So lastly, they weighting the decision by using chart map, and that's it. They made a decision using a whiteboard showing what are the problem definitions, and then how to make a decision by gathering information. So let's proceed to my summary of my topic. So structured decision making framework. A seven-step process is recommended for deliberate and effective decisions, identifying the problem, gather information, explore alternatives, evaluate options, choose a solution, take action, and review outcomes. Next is the software development process. Software development involves creating and maintaining system programming application and embedded software with roles like programmers, engineers, and developers collaborating across industries. Ethical decision making in teams. Decision making in software projects should involve problem identification, alternative exploration, and team based resolutions. Meetings should be concise with decision documented and shared for alignment. Software quality assurance. Quality is defined by meeting user requirements and maintaining high standards during development. It requires defect management, adherence to standards, and commitment to customer satisfaction. And that's all. Thank you for listening. And sorry for my small webcam. Thank you.